For years, Andrew and Tristan Tate built the ultimate matrix-proof internet empire, claiming they were untouchable masterminds. But that illusion has finally shattered. Arrested by U.S. Marshals in Miami on a massive UK extradition warrant, the brothers are facing dozens of severe criminal charges. In this analysis, we are going to trace their timelines, break down the complex web of charges they face across international jurisdictions, and study the underlying business models and manipulation schemes that funded their rise, and ultimately paved the way for their fall. Part 1. The chronological timeline. Early life and US and UK roots. 1980s-2010s. Andrew and Tristan Tate are born in the US but raised primarily in the UK after their parents separated. Therefore, both brothers have dual citizenship. Andrew established a multi-world championship kickboxing career in the UK during the 2010s, creating the foundation for his aggressive, hyper-masculine public persona. Even so, his legacy stays hotly debated, given that his titles were secured in secondary circuits, largely dismissed by elite competitors. The webcam business era, 2010 to 2015. Operating out of Luton and Hitchin, England, the brothers transitioned from fighting into setting up online adult entertainment networks. This was their first illegal scheme.
So the chicks would sit there and hit a keyboard that wasn't plugged in. And me and my brother, and eventually some staff I trained, would do all the talking. We were taking their money, all of it. I had these guys selling their houses, life savings, loans, all of it to me. Give me it all. You'd have a guy.
Feel bad or no?
No, to give a solitary.
They recruited and coerced young models into performing streams online, using a team of technical operators to scam revenue from clients, meanwhile dodging UK tax authorities.
And I mean this. So let me give you an example. My tax affairs are fully in order in Romania because I pay 3%. But when I lived in England, I refused to pay tax. It was 40%. So they started sending me letters and threatening me. Do you know what you do? You know what most people would do? Reply to the letter, get a clever accountant. Guess what I did? Ignore the letters. Ignore. Then they start sending people around to my house. Where's Andrew? Oh, he's not here. Ignore. There becomes a point where there's a cost-benefit analysis where they sit down and go, we don't know where this guy is. We don't even know how much money he has. We don't know if he's going to pay. He might have left the country. This is a waste of our time. And they give up because everyone's a coward and fills in the form. I don't fill in forms. No, you want my money? Come get it. Come get it.
Historical accusations of severe personal misconduct and non-consensual physical abuse date back to this exact UK window.
You didn't like that I was thinking I can do whatever I want to. That's what it is. I'm the smartest person on this planet. Am I a bad person? Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I loved how much you hated it. Turn me on. Are you seriously so offended I strangled you a little bit? You didn't pass out. Chill the out. Jesus Christ, I thought you were cool. What's wrong with you?
During this period, Andrew faced active police inquiries. In 2016, his appearance on the reality show Big Brother was cut short after producers were informed by police that he was under active criminal investigation for physically attacking a woman. Realizing that law enforcement scrutiny and public exposure were rapidly intensifying in Britain, the brothers relocated to Romania. These historical UK inquiries ultimately built the foundation for the current investigations and the extradition warrants issued by the Crown Prosecution Service of 2026. The Romanian relocation, mid-2010s 2022, escaping Western oversight, citing looser law enforcement and a local culture they believed they could manipulate more freely, the brothers relocated their base of operations to Bucharest, Romania. They calculated that Eastern European institutions would look the other way regarding their business models and personal conduct.
But you have countries like America and England where the judicial system and the police are dangerous and they can mess you up at a whim, but they don't even give you your safety. So now I have to be scared of the cops arresting me for no reason and the criminal killing me. So they don't even give me a fair trade-off.
In Romania, the chance of a random attack is zero.
More mafia, more organization.
But if you with the wrong guy, you're going to disappear. You can't just rock up to Ukraine, start pushing a Lambo girls and not have trouble, right? But in Romania, I had good friends to make sure that didn't happen. So I had very good friends there from fighting, and I went to Romania, and we became business partners on a bunch of other things, and now it is what it is. So I feel very, very safe there.
Expanding criminal enterprises, in Romania they scaled up their webcam operations. According to indictments by Romania's anti-organized crime agency DIICOT, the brothers constructed a criminal network relying heavily on the loverboy method, a tactic where perpetrators feign romantic interest, affection, and commitment to manipulate vulnerable individuals into emotional and psychological dependency. According to investigators from the Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism, DIICOT, this simulated intimacy was used to groom and coerce women into relocating or working for them, ultimately forcing them to produce adult content under threats of violence and financial ruin. Legally, this conduct forms the core of human trafficking charges under Romanian and international law, because human trafficking does not strictly require physical abduction. It criminalizes recruitment, transportation, or harboring achieved through deception, abuse of vulnerability, coercion, or abuse of power for the purpose of exploitation. There are countless videos featuring Andrew Tate detailing methods that closely mirror these illegal activities.
So they come along and they said, oh, you're a human trafficker. I said, well, I've never transported anyone. I've never kidnapped anyone. I've never restricted anyone. I've never held anyone. They said, no, but you're a human trafficker via the lover boy method. I said, what's that? It's where you pretend to love them. So what, being nice? So I was nice to some girls 10 years ago? Is that my crime? Maybe I did love them. But we're not together anymore, so what? I pretended? Who said I pretended? Prove I pretended to love. And then what did I pretend to love them to achieve?
So yeah, on corporatetake.com I have my PhD program, and that is PhD is a pimp and hose degree that I'm
Clever.
And that teaches basically how I got girls, how I met girls, how I got girls to like me, how I got girls to fall in love with me to work on webcam for me. Because that's what I did. That was my MO, was find girls, make them love me, and make them work for me. And that's how I got rich.
They will run away. I like to keep the girl's passwords. I log them in and log them out. If you give the girl the password to her account, there's a chance she could run away and try it by herself. I've had that happen.
I was all about trying to get paid. Like I used sex as a tool to make women love me so they'd obey me and live in my house and make me money. That's what I wanted. So I was a pimp in that sense. Like I was not trying to have sex with women. I was trying to get women to obey me. And I realized that's easier if they like to have sex with me. If they don't like having sex with me, it's pretty hard to make them listen to me.
The launch of Hustlers University. Alongside their adult entertainment infrastructure, they pivoted aggressively into digital info marketing by launching Hustlers University, later rebranded as The Real World.
Hustlers University, listen to me. Broke people, and if you don't have a Bugatti, you're broke. So I would say 100% of the people watching this, I consider you all poor.
Yeah.
Broke people are one of three things. You're either arrogant, lazy, or stupid. You can decide which one you want to be. Maybe you're a mixture of all three, but you are. Because when I try and tell people how to make money, they usually come back with something like, yeah, but I think... Who cares what you think?
You're poor.
You're poor.
Scale and success of the digital empire. The platform was marketed as an online financial education academy, promising subscribers fast tracks to wealth through courses on cryptocurrency, e-commerce, stocks, and copywriting, charging a recurring monthly fee, typically around $49.99, and scaling up past 121,000 active members at its peak. The operation brought in an estimated $6 million monthly cash flow.
So it's all modern wealth creation, 18 different modern wealth creation methods. It's $49 a month. And you can spend that $49 on anything you want. You don't have to join my school. You can go buy lunch if you want. So I'm competing against the entire world, right? You can invest that in anything, and people are still choosing my school. That shows it has a genuine value. At the point of this podcast, where I checked this morning, we have 108,000 students. 108,000 students.
108,000 in Hustlers University?
Correct.
The pyramid structure. The platform functioned effectively as a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. Subscribers were heavily incentivized to act as foot soldiers, earning commission by flooding TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram with hyper-aggressive clips of Andrew and Tristan, driving a continuous viral loop of fresh recruits into the subscription funnel.
I've just told you about HU. We do have an affiliate program. You can find out more on corporatetake.com.
So it is a multi-level marketing scheme. Got it. I just wanted to figure out if it was truly a pyramid scheme. It would be inappropriate of me to assume that it's a pyramid scheme without having you explain it in such terms.
The first arrest and legal procedures, 2022 to 2025.
The Matrix has attacked me.
In December 2022, heavily armed Romanian anti-organized crime police raided the brothers' Bucharest compound, detaining them together with two Romanian associates. Initially held in custody before moving to house arrest, they faced formal indictments for human trafficking, physical abuse, and organized crime.
Anyway, I don't think I'm mafia. So I said to Tristan, look, we're not mafia. And Tristan goes, yes, we are. And I said, why? He goes, we're two huge fighting brothers with women naked on the internet who own casinos, who drive around Bucharest, Romania in over $2 million worth of supercars. Everyone's afraid of us. And if anyone did piss us off at any point, even if we didn't want to up ourselves, we could make one phone call and they'd either be in a ditch or lose their any right to stay here. They'd have some visa issue and get kicked out of the country, or arrested for no reason and put in a jail cell for months at a time. We are basically as mafia as you can get.
After spending 3 months in Romanian police detention facilities, the Tate brothers, alongside their two associates, Georgiana Nagel and Luana Radu, were transitioned from jail cells to house arrest on the 31st of March 2023, following a successful appeal ruling by the Bucharest Court of Appeal.
I just want to say that the judges today made the right decision. I respect what they've done for me, and they will be vindicated in their decision because I'm an innocent man and I can't wait to prove it.
It's a little bit emotional. I've been in one room since last year, so it's a little bit emotional.
However, the legal proceedings stalled through relentless procedural delays and appeals across 2023 and 2024, trapping the brothers in an extended judicial limbo. The temporary escape to freedom early 2025. When Romanian courts temporarily lifted travel restrictions, the brothers were legally permitted to fly to Florida, but the arrangement required them to return whenever judicial proceedings resumed or local authorities summoned them. Arrogantly miscalculating international law and believing they could outsmart Western oversight, they chose to base themselves in the US to chase public status and escape their legal limbo.
We live in a democratic society where it's innocent until proven guilty, and I think my brother and I are largely misunderstood. There's a lot of opinions about us, a lot of things that go around about us on the internet. We've yet to be convicted of any crime in our lives ever. We have no criminal record anywhere on the planet ever. Our case was dismissed on the 19th of December in Romania under the Biden administration. And our prosecutor recently decided, because we have no active indictment in court, to let us go and return. This is a democratic society. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, as my brother and I are.
During this period in the US, they attempted to rebuild their physical presence, public profile, and legal defense strategy while maintaining that foreign investigations were political corruption. Yet the Tate brothers were completely oblivious to the fact that British police were quietly finalizing a massive, watertight indictment behind the scenes that would ultimately catch up with them in Miami. The Miami U.S. Marshals arrest, July 2026. The net finally tightened internationally.
Come over here by me. Let's go. Over here by me.
Back up. Back up. Back up.
Following a massive escalation and dozens of newly authorized charges from the UK Crown Prosecution Service, CPS, bringing the total count to roughly 59 offenses across 7 alleged victims, U.S. Marshals executed a sealed international extradition warrant, arresting both brothers in Miami. They were placed into high-security federal detention to face intense extradition proceedings that threatened to permanently ship them back to the United Kingdom to face trial. Part 2. The more likely extradition outcome. The Tate brothers are fighting extradition at every turn, but their defense strategies have continually hit a wall. Strategy A. Appealing to political intercession. Following their high-profile arrest in Miami, the Tates and their legal team attempted to lean on political alignments, hoping for intervention from Washington. That play completely backfired. The White House and the Department of Justice flatly refused to block the international process, making it clear that no political favors would shield them from extradition.
Is President Trump or the administration, do they have any plans to intervene in the extradition process for the Tate brothers?
No, we've already answered that question.
Strategy B. Playing the victim card. As they were remanded into high-security federal detention, their attempts to rally online followers by painting themselves as political prisoners met a much colder reception than in years past. Little to no meaningful support materialized. The single protester holding a placard outside the detention center spoke volumes about their fading cultural footprint. The endless cycle of exposed financial schemes and mounting criminal indictments has finally worn thin. The public consensus is shifting rapidly as everyday audiences recognize the Tates for what they truly are, cornered defendants facing long overdue justice. The charges breakdown. Andrew Tate faces roughly 42 total offenses spanning multiple complainants, including multiple counts of non-consensual physical assault, severe personal misconduct, human trafficking for exploitation, actual bodily harm, alongside additional charges related to prohibited digital media and explicit material involving someone of a forbidden age. If extradited and convicted under UK law, the most severe charges carry a maximum potential sentence of life imprisonment. Tristan Tate faces multi-count indictments totaling 17 charges, including non-consensual physical misconduct, severe personal abuse, and human trafficking for exploitation. Similar to his brother, conviction on the primary counts under British statutes carries a maximum penalty of up to life imprisonment. In addition to the UK proceedings, the brothers face separate localized charges brought by Romania's anti-organized crime agency, DIICOT. These center on allegations of forming an organized criminal network, human trafficking, complicity in the trafficking of a person of a forbidden age, money laundering, witness tampering, and the removal of assets under judicial seizure, which according to Romanian law, these charges can lead to a 20-year sentence behind bars. Crucially, these are completely independent charges separate from the UK case. Because the UK and Romania maintain established international extradition and legal cooperation frameworks, legal experts note that if the Tate brothers are tried, convicted, and imprisoned in the United Kingdom first, they would still ultimately have to be transferred to Romania afterward to face trial and serve any resulting sentences for their charges there. Conclusion. As a man who has endured a fair share of troubles and tribulations, I hold a deep personal empathy for younger men. I completely understand their perspective, which makes it particularly painful to watch influencers like the Tate brothers exploit their vulnerabilities. It is deeply frustrating that a vacuum exists, leaving so few positive male role models for young men to follow. Seeing the world finally catch up with the Tates and their schemes brings a profound sense of relief, even if it feels long overdue. No matter how loud the online persona, or how carefully manufactured the illusion of untouchable power may be, the ultimate convergence of international law enforcement, meticulous tax investigations, and multi-victim criminal indictments has finally caught up to the top Gs. What began as a masterclass in digital manipulation has culminated in a high-stakes fight for freedom, proving that reality eventually shatters even the most heavily fortified facades. Thank you for watching the video until the end. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more content.